Hello, welcome back. So today I traded AUVI. I got in here because if you watched my last video, I got in on like some candle and then it crashed on me. So I made a promise to myself to wait for support. So I waited for a support line, and then when I entered the ramp, I was like, okay, I knew I was far away from support, but at the same time, I knew that I need to cut within a 10-cent range. But because I was feeling a little bit greedy, because I had weird influences, like I was looking at this, and over here it said it was going to go to $14. So I was like, wow, and it's a 1 million float. It's a very low float. It had some volume. Um, and I just got weirdly sidetracked. Like, okay, I looked at the 1 year chart, and at first it looks like a breakout. But then when I zoomed out and I went back in time, okay, I see 7 million resistance here in the 13s. So problem, it wasn't a true breakout, but sometimes I trade those anyway as long as there's volume. At the time it had 6 million volume, and it's never good when a stock is dipping so much, but I know with like low floats, like they always fucking pop, right? So why wouldn't it pop today as a top percent gainer? And on Oracle, it said like an entry was like 10 something and it was going to 14. So I was like, cool, but it was red. It was bearish. Fuck, I always mix those up. Bearish. So I was trying to get in ahead of the curve and being like, okay, I see support. Cool. There's support over here. There's support over here. It's going to bounce and rip and squeeze everybody. And it didn't do that. It literally, as soon as I got in at 977, like right around here, it pushed a little bit and fucking flopped, and I didn't cut this entire candle because of this support level. So the problem is I entered, if I'm going to use support as my risk level, then I need to get in closer to support, right? But I was like, oh, well, what am I going to say? God, I fucking just forgot. Okay, so but sometimes I got it. But sometimes stocks don't come back to support and they just fucking ramp. So I didn't want, it was like FOMO, I don't want to lose my entry, and that's okay for me. If I don't want to lose my entry, I have to risk 10 cents cuz I'm going in with 200 shares. So 10 cents is $20, right? I don't know how to do math. It is. So I didn't cut this entire fucking candle, and I was like, okay, it's going to ramp back up. And then it fucking cut this support line, and that's when I exited. I exited at 888. So I almost took a dollar loss because I didn't cut my losses quickly. Only for it to find a new bottom and fucking ramp to the 1070s. So that pissed me off, because my entry could have been correct if it only happened here. I would have had like a freaking dollar to play with. So that pissed me off. Um, so the good thing is that I entered off of support, but the bad thing is that I didn't cut within 10 cents. I saw it go to 970, 7 cents away from my entry, and I hesitated. So I could have had a green month this month, but now it's going to be a red month because literally my gains are like $80 and my biggest loss is 176.10 from today. So a stupid mistake if you ask me. Um, but I really thought that I had something here. This ramp was very quick and I was like, oh shit, here it goes. No, here it's not going. And so that sucked. But like the other indicators were there that could have made me a little bit more reserved. Like it's not a true breakout. There's not enough volume. And over here it said trending down 25% within 15 minutes, because I actually started looking at it right here, and on Oracle it was like projected to 14 whatever, and I was like, oh, it's in the 12s, I should get in here so I get an early start. Stupid fucking idea. And then I was watching it fucking broke this, and I was like, oh shit. So I was waiting for a bottom. This wasn't a bottom, this wasn't a bottom, and then market open. I was like, okay, this is some time already. It's like 9:37, 9:38, made a little bottom. No. So the biggest lesson out of this is that I need to cut within a 10-cent range whether I fucking like it or not. So I could have had a green month if I wouldn't have done this stupid mistake. But that's okay. I'm really, really going to try next time. Because psychologically, you're like, fuck, I don't want to waste a day trade. This is a perfect fucking setup. Just give me my fucking money. Those are the words in my head. So when you think like that, that's when you fucking lose. So I just have to be careful, protect my gains, get better at cutting those losses so I could live for another day. So I took out like all of my month's profits and some. I have 2 more trades for the rest of the week. Um, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow or Thursday. Wait, what day is today? Oh shit, today is Wednesday? Okay. So Wednesday. Oh fuck, I messed up my calendar. I wrote it on Tuesday. So I have Thursday and Friday, 2 more trades. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can make back some of my losses, but yeah, I'm disappointed in myself for not cutting that loss because it's okay to be wrong for me. What's not okay is hesitating on cutting a loss. That's what I'm most disappointed in myself. Because even if it were to turn around, I would be learning the wrong lesson. So if I get in at support, I cut at support. If I get in above support, it's 10 fucking cents. You know what I mean? It has to be that way for me. Otherwise, I'm going to grind down my account. So that's the lesson of today for myself. Thank you for watching, and that's all.